we are ready to call the meeting to order now. If you'll join me in the flag salute.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, let the record show that Dr. McNeil is not present tonight and all other board members are. I will accept a motion for adoption of the agenda.
Move for approval.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Reyes?
Yes.
Ms. Romerman?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes as well. The consent agenda. All of the following items, those items of a routine nature normally approved at board meetings, will be approved by one vote unless any board member desires to have a separate vote on any or all of these items. The consent agenda consists of the discussion, consideration, and action on the following items, items A through CC.
Move for approval.
Second.
All right, Ms. Romerman?
Yes.
Mr. Reyes?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes as well. All right, information reports, USPA? No, UCTA?
Dr. Hartzler and members of the board. This past weekend, UCTA was able to send 7 delegates to OEA's Delegate Assembly, and 4 of those had never been before, so that was a great time. And we're also sending 3 members to Philadelphia in July for the NEA Representative Assembly. We're also looking forward to the upcoming negotiations in a couple of weeks. Hope that those will be positive. I'm just kidding. And I just want to say, Dr. Hartzler, we wish you a happy retirement full of many sunny days for golfing. And we just wanted to say thank you for always working with us to make Union a great place to work. So thank you.
Thank you. All right, our next item is a special recognition. Dr. Hartzler.
These are not for Mr. Kinnear. Just for the record. Ms. McAdams, board members, I wanted to, and certainly patrons and also administrators, want to take a moment to, first of all, thank someone who, for so many of us, has really been such an outstanding board member, really for the last decade, 10 years. He is someone who I think we all know this, truly is all about union. And Mr. Kinnear, if you will come forward. As he's walking up here, I know when Mr. Kinnear said, hey, I think it's kind of time when he started, if I'm okay by saying this, when he started as a board member, Melissa and him had no grandkids, and today they have 5, I think, with another one on the way. Blessed man, for sure. Obviously, as we know, grandkids change things, right? And so Ken and Melissa Kinnear have been a part, and their family, of the Union District for more than 30 years, and they truly have been a blessing to us. Mr. Kinnear has served for many, many years. He started off serving on the Long Range Planning Committee and has just been amazing in that committee, but he's also been presidents of booster clubs before, and has really, what I think about with Ken Kinnear, he is the quintessential example of a servant leader. And let me further define that by saying that when you think about servant leadership and servant leaders, there's a lot of unique things about a servant leader. But when I think of Mr. Kinnear, he is someone as a servant leader that is always truly keenly aware and attentive to the needs and the growth and the development of people around him. And you might not know this, but certainly as the CEO of the board, during his tenure, we've had some pretty tough issues that we've had to really grapple through and work through in this district. And, I try to look after them and try to check on them from time to time, but I also will tell you this, that Ken is someone who some days when I need it probably more than others, I will get a text from him to say, "Are you doing okay?" And of course, that makes the day so much better to know that people are looking out after you and checking on you. And you've done that so many times for me, and I consider you certainly a colleague, a very close friend. And again, when I think about someone who is that quintessential model of a servant leader, it is you. And so I thank you for that. We do have a little memento for you to commemorate your years of service. And if you don't mind, I'd like to read it. I do have to put the glasses on to do this. But it says, "Ken Kinnear, in appreciation of 10 years of dedicated service to our students, your leadership, support, and guidance affirm that together we make a difference. Union Public Schools Board of Education from 2015 to 2024. So please join me in showing our appreciation and our gratitude to Ken Kinnear. And I do want him to say a few words, but before he does that, I would like to ask his bride, Melissa, to come forward. She hates it probably when I do these things, but as we know, a lot of these positions are really a family affair in terms of the challenges, the successes, and the good times and the bad times that we have to go through. Truly, you need someone that is your rock. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that Melissa Kinnear has been Ken Kinnear's rock throughout his time on the board. And it truly, Melissa, I want you to know that you are as much appreciated as Ken is. And we did get you this bouquet of flowers. Thank you. So please join me in appreciation.
Well, I cannot thank you enough for this. I do appreciate it. I'll keep any remarks short, but you all know there's a union way, and we all have a role to play in that. And I really believe that's all I have done, is tried to fill my role. As part of that, was in a unique position to serve in a capacity that in 10 years, only 8 of us have served in. And I will tell you, the 4 that remain are rock solid, as good as there's ever been, as good as there ever will be, as good as there is in the nation. So I thank them and owe them a great deal of gratitude as well. Final comments, I see this as a completion of a 40-year legacy. In my district, going back 40 years ago, Steve Zintafer was the first one to hold this office. Followed by him was Bill Bruner. Followed by him was Ed Payton. And so when I decided to embark on this, it was with the idea of adding 10 years to their legacy. And so I look forward to whomever the board selects, that they might go forward with what might be a 50-year legacy. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it.
I just want to add that it's been an honor to serve with you, Ken. It's been such a blessing to have you on the board. Your wisdom and just the way that you look at things, that you care for the district, and that you support all of us and the entire district. I feel very blessed and honored to have been able to serve with you. So thank you for your years. Okay, next we have hearings and correspondence, communications. Anyone signed up? All right, business agenda instruction. Consider and take action on the purchase of teacher laptops for Anderson, Jarman, Jefferson, McAuliffe 6th, 7th grade center, and Alt Ed from Eastern Data Incorporated in the amount of $357,093.75 from bond funds. Mr. Borland.
Yes, good evening. This is our annual renewal of teacher laptops. We buy them with 4-year warranties, and these schools are 4 years old. It's time to renew. This will be our first time using this company, so we're got some fingers crossed everything turns out good, but should be a normal upgrade cycle.
Warranty still the same?
Exact same.
Warranty, everything? Okay.
Yeah.
Move for approval.
Second.
Okay. Ms. Rummerman?
Yes.
Mr. Reyes?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes as well. All right. Consider and take action on the purchase of 3,300 student laptops and accessories from Trafera in the amount of $2,009,700 from bond funds. Mr. Borland.
300 would have been a lot easier to do.
I know, right? That's a huge error.
A
Yeah.
lot less money. Yeah, this will provide new laptops to our 10th, 11th, and 12th grade students. We'll be able to take those laptops and use some as spares for the freshman academy. This is the last year that those laptops will be under warranty. So we'll be able to shore up some of those that were missing there, as well as any that break, that go out of warranty before the end of the cycle. So we'll have those available, and the rest we're looking at doing some new stuff with some elementaries. So we're not getting rid of the existing laptops, we're going to try to repurpose them.
Are a large number of them still functional, but just out of warranty?
I think still functional could be probably defined differently for people. They work, they're functional. Some have really nice graffiti and nice designs on them that the kids do for us. So some of those we
Kind.
may not be able to reuse, and some are held together with duct tape that we probably aren't going to use. But a vast majority will still be functional. We just reload them, put a new operating system on there, and get the crumbs and whatever else is on them out.
Okay.
Move for approval.
Second.
All right. Mr. Reyes?
Yes.
Ms. Romerman?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes as well.
Thank you.
Thanks. Consider and take action on the addendum to extend agreement to the substitute staff placement agreement originally approved at the May 9th, 2022 board meeting with ESS South Central LLC in the amount of $1,500,000 from general funds, and authorize the Executive Director of Human Resources to execute the agreement and authorize payments pursuant to the agreement. Mr. Logring.
Thank you, President McAdams. This is a renewal with our agreement with ESS, which is our substitute agency. We have been exceptionally pleased with our coverage. We have averaged 90% class coverage over the past year, which when I talk to surrounding districts, they are nowhere close, which I know gives a relief to the sites when we're having teacher absences, which is still pretty high. We average almost 100 teacher absences a day. Which is difficult, but the good news is we're covering most of those, so teachers aren't having to give up their plans to cover because most of those are covered. And it really does take the load off of the schools and the other teachers. The cost is minimal above what we would be paying when we've had them ourselves. This also takes them off of our unemployment and other things, which lessen some of our other work, which is nice as well. So we recommend renewing this contract with ESS for the next year.
Move for approval.
Second.
Ms. Romerman?
Yes.
Mr. Reyes?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes as well. Consider and take action on the memorandum of understanding with the Union Classroom Teachers Association with respect to amending policy 4091, reimbursement for unused sick leave for the 2023-2024 fiscal year. Mr. Logring.
This was an agreement we made last year at negotiations with UCTA. We changed the sick leave policy at their request for changing the amount paid back for sick leave. But we found as we got to the end of this year, a number of people, especially going out on ERI, would qualify for early retirement, but they didn't qualify for sick leave payout because they weren't within that 15 years. the 10 years that we're asking to bring it back to is also what support employees and administrators are at. So we felt it was appropriate to just bring that back to the 10 years. It only affects a couple of people, but it's pretty negative to hear, oh, congratulations, you're retiring, but you don't get paid out your sick leave. After all these years when it had been that way previously. So with UCTA's agreement, we feel that that's the right move, and then we'll fix that going in negotiations here this spring for going forward.
Move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Reyes?
Yes.
Ms. Romerman?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes as well. Thank you. All right, under school operations, consider and take action to accept the bid for the exterior improvements at baseball softball complex and award the contract to the Watts Company in the amount of $199,311 from bond funds. Mr. Isaacs?
Yes, Dr. Hartzler, President McAdams, members of the board, good evening. This project will replace the exterior building skin at the softball, baseball practice facility. The existing material is a brick veneer. It's like a thin-faced brick that's anchored with grout and a mesh, metal mesh. And over the years, it's deteriorated and corroded, and it's starting to slough off. So we worked with Dewberry Design Group to come up with a new fastening system and waterproofing method to take that veneer off, take some of the material behind it, the board that it's held by, and replace all that and re-waterproof it, and then go back with a metal panel system. We looked at all sorts of systems, including another masonry system, but we felt like the metal panel system kind of matches the existing, brick or the existing metal that's already on the building, and it was the most economical. So with your permission, we'll move forward probably this summer with that.
Okay. Questions?
All right. Move for approval.
Second.
All right, Ms. Romerman?
Yes.
Mr. Reyes?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes as well.
Thank you.
Any new business?
No new business. I do have a couple items on the
Okay. Opportunity for comments?
I would like to take this time to recognize our boys track team that on Saturday ended up winning state championship, and this is now their back-to-back, or they are two-time state track champions. So congratulations to Coach Dial, staff, and the boys for claiming a state championship. We kind of do like state championships. Let's just call it. We do. But that is really remarkable, and so congratulations to them. We will come back, Dr. Federline, in June, right, and bring Coach Dial, the staff, and the team up to the board meeting in June so that we can formally recognize them for this accomplishment. So, and then yes, absolutely. As Emily texted me on Saturday afternoon, said, well, congratulations, you now have your last one as you go out. And so needless to say, that made me really, really happy to hear that news. And then the other thing is, of course, a reminder, graduation is this Saturday. Looking forward to that, and we're not talking about weather. We're just looking forward to Saturday, and we do have a contingency plan in place if for some reason we're not able to have it at the stadium. But we're hopeful, and hope is a good thing. So we'll just keep thinking positive that Saturday is going to be a great weather day. So that's all I have.
All right. With nobody signed up, I will accept a motion for adjournment.
Move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Reyes?
Yes.
Ms. Romerman?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes as well. We are adjourned.